Welcome to Mystic Fitness Yoga. Thank you for coming for this Monday morning flow. Thank you to everyone in the studio with me today. Thank you for showing up. Close your eyes. Find a seated position of your choice, so you may start your practice lying down. And let's take some deep belly breaths. Setting this time for yourself. There's nothing else that needs to be done for the next hour and 15 minutes. Find length in your spine as you breathe deeper. We'll start rubbing our palms together, generating some heat. Putting those hands over your heart. Start setting an intention for your practice this morning, as big or as small as it can be today. Bring your hands to heart center. We'll start our practice together with a cleansing breath followed by the sound of Om. First, a cleansing breath in. Welcome. Let's start by generating some side-to-side stretches. Opening up the side body gently. Find that it's the bottom arm that's really lengthening that upper lung. If you can lower that bottom elbow a little more, you're going to find more of an opening each time. Let's do this for a couple breaths. And really extend, now that you've done it a few times, extend that upper hand as if you're going to change a lamp with it, as if there's almost a twist as you conclude the pose that makes it a little more open. Remember, both sitting bones are on the ground, and that's where they stay. On your next inhale, as you come up, bring both arms up and extend your feet forward in front of you. Find sitting bones firmly on the ground. Pretend you're holding a basketball. Your shoulders are down. Elevate the spine, lengthen the spine. Hinge at the hips and find a forward fold. You may have a micro bend on your knees here for your first forward fold of the day. Sitting bones firmly on the ground. Find your big toes really pushing in and inwardly rotating the feet. And on your next inhale, slowly walk your hands back for a slight back bend here. Lead with the sternum. Lead with the sternum. Let the head hang back if this is comfortable. Feet are flexed. Finding a slight back bend here. And slowly come back to center. And let's get on our knees here with the left leg going out to the left. Right arm comes down as we open towards the ceiling. Look towards the ceiling. Find that same twisting motion in the spine. Neck and eyes are gazing towards the ceiling. Now, can that left leg come up? And can it be aligned with the hip? What happens with the shoulder and the chest? Do they collapse? Can there be more strength? 2 more breaths here. Push. Kick that back. Kick with that back leg. And your next inhale, rise. Lower the leg. Rise. And let's do that on the other side. Right leg goes all the way out. First, find your twist here. Gaze towards the ceiling. A lot of power. That bottom hand is directly under the shoulder. This feels good. Lift the right leg. Kick. Kick that back, the back of the room with that flexed leg. Can it go up a little more? And as it does, what happens to the chest? Find strength in the chest. 2 more breaths. And lower the leg. And inhale. Rise up. And let's find tabletop. First tabletop of the day. Find a neutral spine. And slowly, as you inhale, find some cat and cow stretches here to start our practice. Awakening the spine. On your cat, when you're curving the spine, you're really pushing at the heels of the hands. And on your cow, the eyes are the last to go up, and they really help open the throat. So make sure you're going all the way up with your eyes, and let that thyroid and the throat open. Do this a few more times. Next time you find a neutral spine, and stay there. Extend the right arm up, forward, and slowly the left leg forward. Are the shoulders squared? Find that index finger in the front hand that's lifted. Find it parallel to the ground. The bottom foot that's up is inwardly rotated. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Hold this. And bring it down. Right hand now stays on the ground. Shift your weight towards the right leg and find a side plank here. You may choose to have both feet on the ground, one knee on the ground. But if you're looking for a challenge, stack your feet on top of each other. That same movement of the chest. Right hand is directly under the shoulder. If you can lift that top leg, kick the back of the room. Yes, Aaron. Here we go. 2 breaths here. And slowly bring it down. Great. And let's find now the left hand coming off the ground and the right leg kicking back. Hold here. Inward rotation of the back leg. Important to keep the hips squared. The hips are on the same plane here. Is there more power in that front hand? Can you lift the glutes more while still keeping the hips squared? 2 more breaths. And slowly let's find that plank with the left hand on the ground now. Lots of variation options here. Find the side plank that works for you. Make sure that left hand is lifted. There's strength. If you can find that, yes, Patty, disconnect the legs. Good. 2 more breaths. You can hold. And slowly bring it down. Great. And find your way back to your tabletop as you lift the knees off the ground for your first downward dog of the day. Pedal your feet. Keep a micro bend on the knees. Find space between the shoulders and the ears. The head is heavy towards the ground and relaxed in downward dog. Now slowly kick that right leg up, square the hips, and bring it to meet the right hand. Find a runner's lunge. Once you find that scissoring action between both legs, come all the way up into crescent. With each inhale, we're lifting, finding length. With each exhale, we're finding depth. Inhale, keep that spine long. Exhale, deepen the stretch in the bottom leg. Yes, great adjustments here in the room. On your next exhale, twist towards the right. Hands facing down. What's happening with the back leg? Can it be stronger? Is the spine long? Flip the front palm, reach, reverse. Find that front hip stretching. And cartwheel your hands back. Kick that right leg back. And find your plank. Here. Let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog, open the throat. Downward facing dog. Excellent. Kick that left leg up. Square the hips. Look towards the left hand. Bring it to meet the left hand. Tent the fingers. Find the scissoring action between the legs. Rise. Crescent. Inhale. Length. Exhale. Depth. Do this a few times. See if you can challenge your crescent lunge. Gaze towards the ceiling. Rise. Your next exhale, twist towards the left. Notice when you do this, the back leg collapses. See? Find that strength. Flip that front palm, reverse. Two more breaths here. Good, and bring the right leg to meet the left. So we get ready to do Nataraja. So bring the right knee in, pull it in, square the shoulders. Make sure this hip is not out. Square it. Suction the foot, the bottom foot. Do whatever version of this that works for you. You may choose to have a mudra in your left hand to help. Very challenging pose. Hold. Now release the hand. Keep the knee. Release it. Yes. Square the shoulders. Bring the knee forward. Stay here. Stay with me. And let's kick that knee forward. Yes. And slowly go all the way back. And kick that foot towards the ceiling. If you fall, get back on there. So we'll do this a few times. I'll show you from here all the way. Kick. Come back. Kick. Come back. If you fall, meet us again. Kick. Notice how the arms help you here. Kick. Kick. If you want to add more challenge, you can bring the arms in. 2 more. You got it. Stay with me. Challenging stuff here. Strength, flexibility, and balance. 1 more. And kick. Finish strong. Excellent. Move that right foot forward 2 feet. Hinge at the hips. And let's find pyramid. Here, if you have 2 blocks for your hands, very helpful. Belly button going towards the top thigh. Find this deep hamstring stretch. Neck is relaxed. Maybe a micro bend in the front knee. Good. On your next inhale, slowly come all the way up, the same way you came in. Bring the leg to meet the left. And let's find that left hand, that left knee coming up now. Shoulders are squared. Suction that bottom foot. Find a good structure here. Nataraja. Your version of Nataraja. Notice where your hips are facing. Make some adjustments. Now you release the left leg, leave it there. And bring it in. Kick out. Kick up. Good. Keep it up. Excellent. 2 more. Last one. Kick. We'll come back to the kick to finish. Yes, excellent. Step that left foot forward. Hips are hinged, and this is where the fold happens, right at the hip. Forget the arms for a second. That's why if you have blocks here, it's helpful. You don't worry about the arms. Find the spine going towards the top thigh. Find space in the belly to create that fold. Good, excellent. From here, bring the right leg to meet the left. Find a forward fold. You may ragdoll your arms. You may still have a micro bend on the knees, depending on how your hamstrings feel. Find a couple breaths here. As we circle, sweep arms all the way up. Hands to heart center. And let's flow. Circle, sweep arms up, hands all the way down to the mat. Halfway lift. Hop, skip, jump, or walk. For a plank, let's hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Excellent. Right foot all the way up, bring it to meet the left. Find your warrior one. Here, square your hips, find length, find depth. Open into warrior two. Here, go post your arms first. Find that this is the opening you want in the shoulders, not collapsing. And then find your warrior two proper. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Find that space. Is there more length in the top arm? And bring the right elbow for side angle. Rise. And for the last 2 breaths, we'll extend the right arm towards the center of the room. For 1, 2, good, and cartwheel your hands. Kick that right leg back. Find your plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Open the throat. Downward facing dog. Left hand will meet the left leg will meet the left hand. Find your warrior one. Rise. Square the hips. Find more distance between them if you need. Breathe. Open into warrior two. Go post the arms. Feel where your shoulders are. Can they be back more? Can they be more aligned with the spine? And open into your warrior two. 2 more breaths here. Flip that front palm. Reverse. Find depth in that front leg. It will try to rise up. And find side angle. And for the last 2 breaths, we'll rise with that left arm and hold. Breathe. Good, excellent. Face towards the front, right leg comes to meet the left. As we prepare for goddess. Legs are wide, pointing outward, 45-degree angle out. And sit. The only thing you don't want is knees past the ankle. But get there. Get as deep as you can. Go post the arms. Keep your spine straight. And we'll do a few dips here. So we'll dip, go up. Get the heels off the ground if you can. Dip, Heels off the ground. Synchronize with your breath. Good, Shravya. Get those heels off the ground. Push. Find the calves working as you conclude the pose at the top. 5 more. Excellent. Bring it in. Prepare for eagle. Rise with both your hands. The right arm is going to be under the left arm. So right arm here. Find some mobility in your shoulders. Go side to side. Go top to bottom. Till you find a place that's appropriate. Suction the left foot on the ground. Right foot goes up, over, and around the left. Right knee is pointing towards the corner, the right corner of the room. Your hips want to be squared. Find a point in front of you. This is a very challenging pose, and find the version that works for you. Slowly unravel the foot, stay with the hands, and kick that right leg back. Yeah, you got it. Slowly come back, bring the foot back, back to eagle. Your version. Good, and eagle release. And let's do that on the other side. Left arm will now go under the right arm. Find mobility in the shoulders here. And any version of the legs, suction the right leg out, left leg comes up, over, and around. You may stay here, but as you focus on the legs, what's happening with the shoulders? Can they stay strong? Yes. Some beautiful eagles in the room with me this morning. Find a still point in front of you. Spine is long. Now slowly unravel that foot. Kick it back. In your own pace. Hips are squared. Come back to eagle. What's happening with the arms? Good, and eagle release. Rise all the way up. Hands come to heart center. Here, legs are now 1.5 feet about apart. Hold that basketball. We're going to sit all the way down to a yogi squat. How is this? Good. Keep that hand up there. Keep the hands. They help keep your spine long. You'll notice. Breathe. And we're going to come out of it the same way we came in. Excellent. Circle sweep your arms, hands to heart center. Circle sweep arms up. Come all the way down to the mat. Halfway lift with the hands on the mat. Hop, skip, jump, or walk to the back. Hold this plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Let's find a twist in our downward facing dog. The right arm and hand will reach towards the outside of the left ankle. This will give you a great upper back stretch. Kick the left heel down more to intensify the stretch. Two more breaths. Good, and bring it to center. Readjust. Find a neutral downward dog first. And then reach towards the outside of the right ankle now. Pull. Find the rhomboids, the upper body muscles in your upper back are so hard to stretch. Breathe. Good. And come back to your downward dog. Kick the right leg up. Open the hips. Draw circles with your knees. Find that your hips are much warmer now. And you may choose to flip your dog here if that's in your practice. Or just open the hips wide. Drawing some circles with your knees. Flipping your dog if that's in your practice. Hold here. Find this beautiful back bend. And come back. Find a neutral spine again. Left leg now. Kicks up and over. You may just draw some circles with the knees or flip your dog for your practice if that's in your practice. Look towards the back of the room. Strengthen that bottom hand. And bring it back to center. Look towards your hands. Hop, skip, jump, or walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Hands to heart center. Now let's sit in our chair. Bring your arms up. Again, a good balance between sitting as deep as possible while keeping the spine long. Yes. Good adjustments in the room. See if you can generate this motion with the hands. Yeah, like you're pulling something back. Yes, that's how your shoulders should be. So pull that. Yes, that's how the shoulders should be. Then the arms can readjust. Look at your toes. Can you see your toes? You should be able to see them. Let's twist towards the right. Hold. What happens with the knees? Are they straight? Are on the same plane? Can you readjust? Center. Another side. So the knees always get this unadjusted here, so bring it back. Good. Back to center. and rise. And here, bring the right knee in. Let's do some more balancing. What you do, and then we've done this a few times, release towards an airplane and ultimately towards a crescent lunge. I'll walk you through that. So circle your arms, use your arms to lift that back knee up, hold. Conclude the pose here, go into airplane, find your airplane, and then your crescent. Circle your arms, use that to lift your knee. Lift the knee, hold. Find your airplane, get to the airplane. It's not a transition. Can your toes point down? Yes, good adjustment in the front. That's how the toes should be so that the hips can stay squared. Let's do a couple more of these. So here, toes are pointing down so the hips can stay squared. Good. Let's go back. One more. Circle and rise with the hip, with the knee. Square the shoulders. This is done. Now the airplane. Square. Yeah, toes pointing down. Good. And then find your crescent and circle and rise with the knee and conclude. Let's do that on the other side. We're doing great. Left knee up, comfortable, shoulders are squared. Release. Here, toes pointing down. Get to the airplane. And then, yes, rise. Again, rise with the throat. The throat is opening up. Then circle your arms. Use it to lift. Good. Find stillness here first. And then transition. Right toes down. Left toes down, and go back. Throat is up. Throat is facing the ceiling. Two more. If you fall, you get back on. Circle the arms, lift. The legs always want to do this. You want to do this. Last one. Find strength. Now we'll just lift the knee to conclude. Excellent. Circle, sweep arms up. Hands to heart center. Take your legs all the way out for a wide-legged forward fold here. Reach towards the outside of your feet. Head, top of the head, he reaches towards the floor. Slow down the heart rate, slow down your breath. Now walk your hands towards the right foot so you can lunge on that right side here first. Yes. Good. Stay here for a couple breaths. Find the opening on the inside. You may flex that top foot. And what we'll do is we'll rise and switch. And do this at your own pace. You always inhale as you rise and exhale as you compress. Couple more times. Next time you go to the left, you'll stay there and we'll move from there. Stay here. Couple breaths. Good. And then find both yourself in a tabletop position again. Rise into downward facing dog for a couple breaths. Kick the right foot up and bring it to meet the right. Find rise into a warrior one. Yes. Open up, warrior two. And this time, lift that front heel off the ground. We'll do this a few times. So you can notice that you have more space in between. Here, there's more space. Let it shake as you do this. Good. And stay and lift for 3, 2, good, and 1. Bring the left leg to meet the right. Circle sweep all the way up. And let's bring it all the way down. Halfway lift with the hands on the mat. Hop, skip, jump, or walk. Hold this plank here for 5, 4, 3, 2, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, downward facing dog, left leg lifts up, kick it forward to meet the left hand, come into your warrior one, rise, open into your warrior two, and we'll do the heel extensions now. Lift them off the ground. See how much more space you have. Let's do this a few times. Yes. Find that hip opening. Great. And now let's lift and hold for 3. Let it shake. 2, 1. Right leg comes to meet the left. Right palm comes out. Grab the inside or the outside of the right ankle. You may choose to stay here. Make sure your legs are on the same plane. If you want to go into dancer, you may have a mudra in your left hand, hinge at the hips, and find your dancer today. Find your toes growing from the back of your head. 2 more breaths. Stay with me. And dancer release. Excellent. Let's do that on the other side. What a beautiful pose. You may grab the inside or the outside of that ankle. Hinge. Find space. Find strength in the arm. Two more breaths. Is that front arm strong enough? And dancer, release. Circle sweep arms all the way up. Look up. All the way down. Stay in this forward fold here. You may switch and move from side to side. You may ragdoll your arms. And find that this forward fold feels a little bit deeper now. Find that you can go deeper. See that the hips are directly above the ankles. And let's slowly rise all the way up. Circle sweep. Hands to heart center. Slow down the heart rate. Circle sweep arms up. Go all the way down. Halfway lift with the hands on the mat. Forward fold, hop, skip, jump, or walk. Hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog as we prepare for a beautiful dolphin pose here. Have both your elbows now on the ground. They're very parallel and directly under the shoulders. Index fingers are also parallel. And you'll find your elbow pushing towards the back of the room while your legs are pushing in the opposite direction. Can you walk your feet 2-3 more inches towards the elbow without curving the back? Excellent. Imagine I have my knees in your upper back, pushing you towards the back. Breathe through this. And if you can, lift that right leg up. Breathe deeply. Toes are down, pointed inward to keep the hips squared. Slowly bring it down, and let's do it with the other leg. Rise. Good, and bring it down. Both knees now on the ground. With your right arm, reach all the way up and thread the needle under the left to find a beautiful shoulder stretch here. If you want to modify this and extend your left leg up and out, it's a beautiful modification for thread the needle. If you have the modification, you can bring that knee down. Slowly bring that right arm all the way up again. Find a neutral spine as we prepare to thread the needle on the other side. Left shoulder now on the ground. Eyes towards the right. If you'd like to modify this, you may bring your right leg up and off the ground. Keep the toes pointing down so your hips are staying honest. Good. If you have the modification, you may start bringing your knee down to the ground. Slowly, on your inhale, bring that left arm all the way up, over and back. Find a child's pose here. Forehead on the ground. And make your way with your belly on the ground. We'll make our way into our bow pose. And here, you may choose to do a skydiver in lieu of the bow. But we'll go straight into the bow today. So reach for your ankles. Feet are parallel. Make sure feet and thighs are parallel here before you go up. And then rise. Rise. Find your breath. This is a very challenging pose, so keep your breath going. Can you still breathe without swinging forward and back? 2 more breaths. Rise. Kick. And release. Left cheek on the ground. You may swing your feet from side to side. As we prepare to do that one more time. Make sure your thighs are parallel first. Feet are parallel second. Reach with both your hands. And rise. Rise. Yes. Kick. Kick with the foot. Yes. Look up. Gaze goes up. Throat opens. 2 more breaths. And as you come down, stay here. Hold. And slowly make your way towards the right to find a stretch, a shoulder stretch with a bow structure. If this is uncomfortable for you, release the bind and find a lighter shoulder stretch for you. Slowly make your way back to center and on to the other side. Oh, beautiful. Amazing job. Let that top thigh be heavy and on the same plane as the bottom thigh. They can connect. They can be touching. Yeah. Excellent. Can you find more space in the throat? Couple more breaths here. Good, and slowly release to the center. Release the legs and find your way into a seated position. here. We have a crowd favorite that is the boat. So we'll have both your fingers around your toes first. And find a way, your way, of getting the heels off the ground. Your version. Once that's done, you can make it look better. Just make sure the spine is strong and long. Yes, you can hold the outside of the ankles if this is easier for you. Hold it here. Now release the hands, keep the feet up there. And let's row. Breathe through this. Not hearing anyone breathing. You got it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Spine is long. 3, 2, 1. Release forward fold. Yes. Excellent. Bring that left foot in, fold it into the leg. Look towards the left foot that's folded. So I'm looking here and folding towards the long leg, the leg that is long. Find how much space you have in this side stretch now. That same twisting motion of the hand is going to help you here. If the hand is stronger, notice how that changes the stretch. Two more breaths. Both sitting bones are on the ground. And on your next inhale, you rise. Open both feet up. And let's go towards the middle now. You may have a micro bend on your knees here. Be gentle with them. And again, it's the belly button going towards the ground, not the hand towards the feet. You may slowly rise with your hands. Bring that right foot in now. Look towards the right. Even use your hands to get towards the right, completely facing the right leg. And then find yourself going towards the leg that is elongated. Yes. Can your toes face up, Shravya? Yeah, up. Yeah, towards the ceiling. Good. Find that space. What's happening with the top hand? Can it be stronger? Can it change the lamp to help you open? Open. 2 more breaths here. You got it. And on your next inhale, rise up. Let's find that forward fold again here for 2 breaths. Find the space. And similarly, we'll bring those heels in and we'll get those feet off the ground one more time. Get them off. Hold. Spine is long. Yes, good adjustments. Even if the leg gets messier, the spine needs to be long. Release the hands, let the feet shake. Stay here or roll with me. And really turn. When you turn to the sides, really find that you're looking fully towards each side for 8, 7, 6. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Forward fold. Excellent. And slowly find your way towards your back, on your back, head facing the front of the room, hands alongside you. As we prepare for bridge. Here, feet are parallel and not wider than hip distance. So as you rise, make sure the big toes are parallel and extremely strong. Glutes are working hard, but so are the big toes. Connect and interlace your hands and fingers under you if you have the shoulder mobility for that. You may also use a strap to connect the two hands. You notice how much the hip wants to open? Press on the toes. Imagine there's a strap under your glutes and someone pulling you towards the ceiling. That's the movement. Now slowly get that right leg off the ground and up. For 1, 2, press on the left. 3, slowly release. Find center, press both big toes. Notice how much strength is there. And now lift the left leg. For 1, 2, flex. 3, back to bridge. Push. Push those glutes up. And slowly release. Bring your knees towards your chest. Massage your internal organs. You may move from one side to the other here for when removing. You may even find a happy baby here if that's in your practice. Massage the low back. Excellent. Now elongate the left leg down towards the ground. Grab the right knee with both hands and gently use the left hand to twist that right knee over the left leg and onto the left side. Right shoulder is firmly on the ground. Both shoulders are on the ground, even if the twist isn't as deep. Look towards the right. Neck is concluding with the looking towards the right at the top. Good. Bottom foot is flexed. And with each exhale, you're deepening the twist, collapsing more. With each inhale, deepen the shoulders moving towards the ground. 2 more breaths here. And slowly back to center. Find when we're moving with both legs in, and gently release the right leg towards the ground. Right hand comes towards the left knee. Left arm goes out to the side. Look towards the left as the right hand gently guides the left thigh and knee towards the right side. Now make your adjustments. Left shoulder is on the ground. Neck, gaze towards the left. Bottom leg is long and flexed. Couple more breaths here. And on your next inhale, you can rise and fold the right ankle over the left knee for a reclining pigeon. You may do your pigeon whichever way works for you. I will do a reclining version here. So you have the right ankle on the left knee, and you may thread under to grab the left shin and pull it towards you. Shoulders are on the ground. Reconnect to the breath. And slowly, let's prepare to do this on the other side. Both knees are now on the ground, both feet on the ground. Left ankle is now over the right knee. Use that right knee to bring the ankle towards you and the shin. Thread it under, hold the shin, and pigeon on the other side. Couple more breaths. release your pigeon. Find any other pose that's calling your name. Rise with both hands and feet up for a gentle waterfall. You may choose to do any other pose that's calling your name as we prepare for our final Shavasana. You may choose to cover your eyes, take a drink, fix your clothes so that you're extra comfortable for the hardest pose of all. As you prepare for your Shavasana, feet are outwardly rotated naturally. Hands are effortlessly facing the ceiling. As we conclude our practice and let it all become integrated. Shavasana. And slowly you can start coming back to the room, gently wiggling your toes and fingers, slowly opening your eyes, letting some light in. You may choose to come to your right side for a fetal position. Let your body get all the blood from the heart. If you would like to conclude your practice lying down, that is totally okay. Otherwise, you may use your hands to gently help you up as you get into a seated position of your choice. I want to thank everyone who practiced with me online and here at the studio, despite life circumstances. And so we can bring our hands to heart center and conclude with the sacred sound of Om. First, a cleansing breath in. All that I am bows to all that you are. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.